sugar beets. Now the main reason for planting wheat or oats, and I'll occasionally plant oats when the horses get low on food, but those horses don't eat much at all. So it could be once every 5 years we end up planting oats just so that the horses have some. But I'm gonna need to plant wheat and oats, or oats, every year so that we can keep our straw supplies up needed for. Actually, I'm not sure it isn't. Okay, might be needed for total mix ration. We might be able to dispense with straw and just use hay and silage, but obviously using straw is. I know some YouTubers say it's cheaper. No, it's just that if you're comparing what you could sell silage for versus straw, sort of yes, but since you're not planning to sell either, you're planning to feed it to your cows, it's not really cheaper. And you can make a darn sight more silage with 3 cuts than you can with straw at 1 cut a year. So, you know, that's sort of a consideration. I mean, obviously having the straw for bedding, yes. And if you run out, you have to buy it, so it's more pricey to have to go and buy silage than it is to go and buy straw. But it's not cheaper because it's not income. You're not using it as income. You're just using it as feed, and feed is feed. But then it was like prior versions of Farm Sim. You could feed your chickens wheat or barley. It was better to feed them barley because the yield of barley was greater than the yield of wheat by, 5%, but 5% is 5%. That's more barley. So it takes longer for the chickens to go in it. The chickens will eat a litre of barley or a litre of wheat and it's got the same effect on them. Similarly with pigs, where you have to provide them with either soybeans or sunflowers or the other thing. Soybeans, sunflowers. What's the other thing? Canola. Frankly, I would look for the crop that has the greater yield because that is a more voluminous food source for the pigs. Don't worry about how much it's worth. If it's all worth the same, then obviously the crop that produces more volume is less valuable per litre, but it's more litres, so it'll last the pigs longer. So, same with wheat and barley. They'll eat wheat and barley. They'll eat a ground crop. Do you feed them potatoes or do you feed them sugar beets? Frankly, I feed them sugar beets because it's an easier crop to handle than potatoes. But if I was harvesting potatoes, I wouldn't go out of my way to grow sugar beets just so that the pigs have something to eat. It's when it comes to selling things and how productive your land is, the annoyingly labour-intensive crops like sugar beets are technically the better way to go because you will end up with more money. You'll just have to put in way more hours harvesting a single field. and why people like to harvest soybeans, because per litre they're worth the most. Oh, yeah. Okay. I think I'll take it over here. I'll bring the little tractor round. All right, you can stop there. Start your engine. Straight over there. You know what? I will go straight over there. Anyway. Side and load it. Turn the engine off. And the nice thing about doing this with a auger cart is you can just pull up alongside and empty it, as opposed to having to keep pushing buttons. Oh, that's the half. That might be 11,000 there. Okay. 7. 8. That's a half. And that's a full one. So 10. Okay. Let's see how this works out. I mean, we don't have that many rows left to do. And they do get shorter as we go, so that's a good thing. Okay, let's cruise control on. I want to look at the weather because I do believe we've got another rain shower coming later today. No, 1 o'clock in the morning. We will be so much done, although it is going to be sunny all the way through to midnight. I find that unlikely. And tomorrow is going to be cloudy morning, sunny afternoon, but we are expecting some rain sometime. Yeah. We can get the sugar beets planted at least. Don't know what else we'll get done. And then after those we've got to wait till April. I'm going to need to check the grass when that's ready. One of the reasons I checked the bales earlier was I wasn't sure how desperate we are for hay. And at the moment, the only thing I'm doing with the grass is baling it and wrapping it, and then selling most of it. And typically, if I make 27 bales, I'll take 24 to the bale market, because that's what the trailer holds, and we'll keep 3 for food use. I have to keep an eye on how much hay we have, because obviously the horses are eating it, the sheep are eating it, and the cows are eating it. So we're going through that a little bit faster. Not that the horses are significant users of the hay, but the sheep can be. So I've got to watch all of them and see and make sure we don't run low on hay. So sometime soon, I'm not sure this year, but sometime soon I am going to need to reserve one of the cuts just for hay so we can top up what's in the shed. But we'll see how that works out later. How am I doing? I am less than 50%. Got one. I'm guessing we've got 1.5 rows left after this one. Well, it might actually be sufficient. I could skip this next section since it's a little bit darker, so it's a little bit higher pH than the rest of the field. I'm not going to bother. We'll just do it all now. It's the train again. And 35%. Worry, I'm not going to worry about that little bit there. But, oh, don't. Oh, man. Really? You're not going to disconnect? There we go. Okay, pick that one. Turn it on. Because the pH is quite high at this end of the field, so that little patch there, it's still going to be good enough. So, don't need to cultivate this field. So we just need to get seeds straight in all these fields now. Everything is ready to plant. Once it's planted, we have to wait a month before there's greenery on the surface before we can run out with the fertilizer sprayer. And possibly over the coming year we'll look at manure and slurry spreaders. See if we can reduce the cost of fertilizer that we're spraying. We'll see. I mean, right now I'm still thinking that primarily getting more land is better for the farm. We will have to consider maximizing what we make or minimizing what it costs us. There's both ways. I think for now I'm close to maximum. I don't have a mulcher and I don't have a roller. But they don't add much. Oh, we are going to burn out of stupid lime. And I think I probably need about 4,000 or 5,000 litres. That's annoying. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Well, like I said earlier, I don't have to get this field done today. I've got another 3 days. So it's, 4 o'clock in the evening, game time, on March 1. So I've got till March 4 to do this. So what I might do is just let it be for now. Oh, but I am leasing the trailer. Spread. It's 5 $500 to keep it for the next day. That's fine. But I could probably take this down to the store and just fill it at the store rather than taking the shopping cart. The big shopping cart. Okay, let's stop here, jump out, and have a look at this grass. Okay. Crop type grass. Growth, ready to harvest. But growth stage is 3 of 4. This is not the best. Ready for harvest. It's... we've got weird lime pH-ness on this field. But yeah, it's not ready to harvest. It can be harvested, but you'll only get half the yield if you do. So I'm not... that will be an April job along with all the seeding. And unfortunately, well, I was going to say unfortunately, that could be a problem for us. But I think the planter, I can run the planter on the case, so we can mow with this tractor. That's not a problem. Let's collect some money. Oh, 11,000. Okay. We collected money. Yay. So bale wrapping, hoeing, ploughing. Oh, they want things sown. That is... oh, they want to plant sugar beets as well. Well, there you go. I could think about that. That is just across the railroad tracks from me, so not an ideal field to work as far as we're concerned. Drag all our equipment around there and bring it back. However, I mean, it's basically this farm here down towards the train tracks. But if I have to bring the planter up this way anyway to plant the field of sugar beets, I could just continue on if I've got enough seeds and just take up that contract and use up the rest of the seeds. We're going to have to buy more seeds, so that's going to be a trip to the store. Train tracks are clear. Now the BGA only costs $500,000, so that's another option to buy. Then I can do stuff with... I could then sell the manure and use the produce digestate to do things with. Spread on fields and what have you. So I would only need a slurry spreader and sell the manure. However, that's a ways off. Do I want to... I guess... yes. So I think since I've done all the field prep, everything's just ready to seed now. We're done with this cultivator. I'm going to put this through the workshop, all of it, so that it's ready for next year. And then we'll grab the little case and drag that back over to the farm. I think I can put that in the shed because I'm kind of done with that. Let's go round. And drive it in. Ooh, squeeze in. There we go. Great. Engine off. And walk between all the bits of equipment to get to the work table. There we go. So we have that. repair. I want to look at that. The weight, oh yeah. We'll repair that. And the cultivator, that's that one. That's kind of okay. Rating out 7.3. Okay. We'll repair that. I do want to run back through those things. So we've got 28 operating hours. We are allowed to service it. 31 operating hours. We're allowed to service it, but we can go to 50. So not worried now. Next service at now. Operating hours, 53 hours. Oh, we bought that used. Yeah. And we'll service that. So that doesn't need servicing till 103 hours now. Let's run through everything. That's got 5 hours on it. That's got 1 hour or 2 hours on it. Grain cut has 7 hours on it, and that is fine. Okay. So for the most part, our equipment is looking fine. Everything's still connected to that, so that's good. And you need to come back to the farm. So let's drive on over. We'll get the trailer parked up in the rain. And I'll probably finish the liming off camera, and then we'll get to seeding. I've only got $10,000. Well, that is unfortunate. Oh well. Now a stack of 8 sacks of lime is 3.5. Don't think I need to concern myself too much with too much lime. As I said, we'd probably only need about 5,000 litres. I could run over with the little train. I could possibly even run over with the pickup. Put that there. No, don't turn that off. Drop that. There we go. How are we doing for diesel? We're doing fine. Okay. Well, I think a fairly successful day in the chase for yield boosting. We'll be back next week with a bunch of seeding, because that's always good for a farm. There we go. Shuffle the weight over a little so it's less likely to stub our toes on it. Drop that there and pull forward so it's out of detection range. Put the forks close to the ground but are not on the cloud. Yes, have fun. We'll be back next week with some more, but for now, I think the farm has been good. We have done what we needed to do today, or at least most of it, and we'll be back next week to get some crops into the ground. How's the wheat doing? The wheat is just basically growing. Can't tell without going there. Let's go there. The wheat is growth stage 3 of 8. We have a few more months before this is going to be ready. But anyway, that's it from Missouri. So everybody have a good week, and I'll be back next week with some more on the farm. But for now, I'm out of here. Have fun, everyone.